Hello, friends from the Vancouver Latin American Film Festival. You are watching, you must be at the website of our festival at the page of La Danza de los Mirlos, because this conversation that I'm having with director Álvaro Luque from Lima, Peru, is placed here on our website and also is in our social media. And you can watch the trailer of this incredible and fun film, La Danza de los Mirlos, here on the website. I am Cristian Sida, programming director, and I'm joined by Álvaro Luque, director of La Danza de los Mirlos from Lima, Peru. Álvaro, good morning in Lima, and also good morning in Vancouver. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Christian, for the invitation. Well, I'm really happy to have our film over there. So we are really thrilled to be invited,
So, yeah, I really like this film. We really like this film. Also in the festival group, we really like psychedelic music. So this is really fun. La Danza de los Mirlos is about the mythic psychedelic band from the Amazon area in Peru. Álvaro, please tell us about the psychedelic movement in the Amazon in Peru, and about this band specifically. Tell to the Vancouver audience why is this Amazonic psychedelic? It sounds very strange, psychedelic.
Yeah. Well, Peru has had a really strong influence from Colombia in cumbia. Here there was kind of like a special way to use cumbia, and people from the Amazon, the Peruvian jungle, took cumbia and they add their style, So they have had a really strong influence in rock and psychedelic rock, but they started using that in cumbia. So Los Mirlos is kind of like one of the most recognized bands of Amazonic cumbia. There are other bands called Los Wemblers, Juaneco y su Combo, Sonido 2000. There are plenty of these bands. But the thing is that with Los Mirlos, they got the opportunity to go from the jungle to Lima, the capital. So they start working there, and I think that's why maybe Los Mirlos are the best well-known band of Amazonic cumbia. And there is this, sorry, you wanted to ask me something. Okay, there is this particular guy that is really important in Peruvian music that is called Enrique Delgado. And he's kind of like our Jimi Hendrix, the best well-known psychedelic guitarist. And the thing is that he has criollo music influence. So he plays guitar kind of like with that rhythm, And so his figure is really important because he influenced all these bands, And I think that the term psychedelic also has a lot to do with the jungle vibes, People from there has this special way of seeing life that I have the chance to see, with the travels that we did with the movie, So I think it embraces all that the jungle is,
And so in Los Mirlos, why did you decide to focus in Los Mirlos? It's a very well-known band. But yeah, why as a filmmaker, no? I know it's a great band, but you as a filmmaker, why do you decide to check this band, to focus on?
Well, I had a lot of contact with cumbia music, obviously from being here in Peru, and well, I studied in Buenos Aires, and cumbia over there is really important and really strong in their culture. And in 2014, I had the chance to interview Oliver Conan, who is the creator of The Roots of Chicha. And I started to develop this relationship with cumbia. And at some point, I think it was 2019, a friend of mine from Chile got to know Los Mirlos in a concert they were doing there. So he was a friend who was studying with me in Argentina, and then he came to Peru to start working here. And he told me, well, I have met Los Mirlos. You know, I think that maybe we should do a documentary about it. And I obviously say to him, okay, I think that's incredible. And I didn't have a personal relationship with Los Mirlos, but since day one, we connected with Jorge Rodriguez and his family. And something that I think kind of like changed my interest and my friendship and the relationship that I have with them is that Jorge Rodriguez has this amazing archive that we didn't know it existed when we were thinking doing this movie. And when we were at his house, I think it was our first meeting, and he came to us with almost kind of like an hour of 8mm footage that he filmed, you know, and that was it for me. It was just amazing. And I think Los Mirlos choose me, you know. I
This
haven't
is your
planned.
first film.
It's my first film, yes.
First feature film, because you had a short film that screened at our festival in 2014.
Yeah.
And your first feature.
It's amazing to come back in that way, you know, and I think that as I was telling you, Los Mirlos kind of like choose me or destiny, you know, because I wasn't planned to making a documentary about a cumbia band, you know.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like 5 years of work, because we were working on the movie and then the pandemic started. So the process took a long time, more than we thought it would be, you know. But it has been an amazing journey with them because, for example, we went to the first tour that they did in Europe, and it was really, you know, kind of like eye-opening to see the influence and the importance that they have in other countries rather than Peru, you know. I think Los Mirlos has this really cool history, you know, because they started in Moyobamba, that is the city they are from, and then going to Lima, then having a huge impact in Argentina, and then in all the world. So yeah, I think I'm grateful with the opportunity of choosing this path and telling the story about this band.
And I wanted to add you two questions. One is first about just to tell the audience what is the film about? It's a film about the, you know, we follow the Mirlos, we hear the music. First, how do you describe this music film to people in general? And also, when you have a film about music with great musicians, how do you do about editing? Like what music to choose and where to put the music? Because the whole film can be with music, right? If you want. So just to the general public, what is the film about, and how do you choose the music and the process of editing?
Well, the story is focused on Jorge, you know, that he's the main vocalist of the band, and the relationship with his son and his family, and I think all the things that make this particular band interesting, you know, and I think that for me and our team was really important that the audience get to feel the vibe of the music, and our main objective is like, if the people want to dance in the cinema, they can do it, you know.
That's what happened to, yeah, that's what we think. This is a film that you're gonna be at the Cinematheque in Vancouver September 10, and people are gonna be dancing. It's a play, it's, you know, it's a concert.
I think that we have chosen the music with that in our minds, in our hearts, you know. We wanted to people feel the vibe of the music and use it in a way that represents this psychedelic vibe, you know. I think that the soundtrack of the movie is thought in that way and is focused in many of the acoustic songs that they have, you know. and I think that because this is the first movie about cumbia in Peru, you know, it's particularly focused in Los Mirlos, but I really thought that it was really important to have more knowledge about cumbia, Amazonic cumbia, than only talking about Los Mirlos, you know, because I think that it's really important that people have more context to understand why is this genre of music so important here in Peru and I think all around the world. So yeah, I think that the main motivation is like people feel happy seeing the film.
And yeah, and it's gonna happen. I'm sure. And that was gonna be my last question. How were if there were other films about psychedelic cumbia? You say this is the first film about cumbia band in Peru. How this film was the opening film at the Lima Film Festival last year, at the very important Latin American Film Festival of Lima. How was the film received, and have you shown it more in Peru? You showed it last week, you were telling me. So how's the film going in Peru?
To tell you the truth, Christian, it has been a dream for me. It was much bigger than we expected. You know, we received the invitation from the Lima Festival, and it was just really amazing. We got together with the team of the festival, and they offer us the opening night. And I just remember this meeting when I told them, because I know where the venue was. It was in the National Theater. And the National Theater has this kind of elevator, you know, when people just show up. And I was talking to the team of the festival, and I just have this idea. I would just want to project the film, and then at the end, Los Mirlos should appear, you know. And they told us we have the same idea. So we kept the secret until the opening night, and we did a special editing. The last minutes from the film were different, and people didn't know that was going to happen. And Los Mirlos just show up playing, and all people were dancing. It was just amazing. It was a great night. And I think for Jorge, that was seeing his footage, you know, projected, for him as a filmmaker, you know, was just amazing. And I think that was a great opportunity for us. And then we have been traveling all around the world. We have been in Mar del Plata Film Festival, in Edit, in Barcelona and Sao Paulo. We have been in Chile, in France, and Denmark, many places. We won the best award here in Trujillo. That is a province from Peru, the best documentary. And I think that it has been more like 25 festivals that has had our film. So for us and for Los Mirlos, it's just amazing, because they got the opportunity to keep telling people about their history. And obviously the main objective is for Los Mirlos to go these places, you know, and they can play for these audiences. I'm not hearing you, Christian, sorry.
Álvaro, if you want to add something, if not, muchas gracias for this small conversation. We just want to get people excited to watch La Danza de los Mirlos, Sunday, September 10, 6:15 p.m. at the Cinematheque. And after, we're going to have music by our favorite Peruvian DJ in Vancouver, Millie Wizard, and we're going to have Peruvian food.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great night. So, well, I just want to invite everyone that has the chance to go and see the movie. I'm sure you will enjoy it. If you love music, you know, even though you don't know the band, you don't know cumbia, I think it's a great opportunity to have this approach to something that maybe you haven't heard of, and maybe it will be a good experience, you know. So I just wanted to say thank you, Christian, for having this time with me, and I hope you enjoy the movie And if you do, just let Los Mirlos know.
Pues muchísimas gracias, Álvaro. Abrazo corto acá.
Gracias.